Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Brad and I like to share my various 3D printing projects in hopes that others will find them worth printing for themselves. This video will give a quick look at my latest project, a toy blaster that fires plastic darts in a revolver mechanism, as well as show you how to assemble it if you do wish to print it for yourself. You can find the files for this project over on my Maker World, which you can find the link to in the description. Now this is a toy blaster, and is for the most part safe, but should be used with safety glasses and kept away from small children. Now the blaster itself loads 6 plastic darts. You can open the cylinder by sliding the nozzle forward and insert the plastic darts into the cylinder. The darts will go one way with the smaller diameter towards the back. They will not go in the wrong way, as you can see here. Once we've inserted the first dart, we can rotate the cylinder along and insert each of the remaining darts until we've inserted all 6. We can now move the cylinder back onto the central cam and lock it in place by sliding the nozzle back. Pulling the trigger will rotate the cylinder and fire each of the 6 darts. Now to show you how to assemble the blaster, I prepared a second set of parts using Bamboo Labs PLA Silk Plus Titan Gray and PLA Basic Turquoise. We'll start the build with these 2 pieces you see here. These will serve as the frame for the blaster and all the pieces will ultimately connect to them. We can go ahead and insert all the shell pieces over top the frame. These will only really go on one way, so there's no way to put this on wrong. Just kind of look around and put them on where they fit. And once we're done with that, we're going to set aside the left half and we're going to start work on the right half of the shell. Now first we can go ahead and insert our spring. We're going to start with the right spring. You'll know it's the right one since when you insert it in, the flat side will be down and the bumps will be up. Now we can put together our cam. This will require a little bit of force, but it should snap together. We'll also snap this piece to the front of the cylinder in the same way. You'll want to find the round side at the base of the cam and insert that into the blaster. It shouldn't fit the wrong way. Next we have our trigger piece. This will fit under the cam and between the spring. You might need to move it back and forth a little bit so that it gets under the cam as well as engaged with the spring. Here we have our firing pin. This piece prints with a little bit of support, so we're going to have to clean that up and make sure it's good to go. And now we can insert it onto the top of our spring with the latch facing down. Our remaining spring will go on top of everything, mirroring the bottom spring. Now we can go ahead and place our nozzle into the front. This won't lock in yet. And we'll put our cylinder between the cam and the nozzle. Again, this won't lock in, but it will once we put the other half of the shell together. This project does require a lubricant of some kind. Without it, the trigger might sound like this. You can just use WD-40. It's probably the most common thing you'll have at home, but really anything will work. We're just going to spray into the middle of the mechanism. This should work itself into all the parts. And we'll give a light spray into the nozzle. Now we can sandwich everything together with the other half of the shell. At this point, some things will lightly snap together, but it won't be that secure. We'll put the handle shell piece onto the bottom of the blaster, and we'll put the trigger shell piece onto the trigger. And finally, we need to secure everything with our 6 nuts and bolts. We can push our bolts through each of the 6 holes. We'll flip it over, and on this side we can put on the caps. These will screw on clockwise. You might want to hold the bolt from the back so that that side doesn't rotate. And now you should have a finished blaster that's ready to be loaded up with darts. I hope you found this video helpful and you were able to assemble it on your own. If you need to, there will be a PDF guide on MakerWorld. Thank you for watching, and if you printed your own and followed along, thank you for printing. This is Brad, and I'll see you next time.